Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Morning clouds, afternoon sun, 70 the high. The clouds are already going away. It's 55 downtown GR.
This is one of those days driving in that I knew it was going to be a drag because my car is covered in just like the perfect layer of pollen. So it's even. And then when I drove in this morning, it sprinkled just long enough to make it look like the surface of the moon.
Oh, yeah.
You go, God dang it, man. If you're going to rain. Now I got to wash it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep.
So I started seeing that this Mikel Knight was back in town. I only knew who that was because it had come up on the show a couple years ago when they were in the area, and I kept seeing people on Facebook posting about it. Now, I have a friend from high school who lives near Midland, and her Facebook posts indicate that this Mikel Knight group, because they were up in Mount Pleasant and heading this direction, and they're in town now, that they are like number one for human trafficking. So I don't know what the story is. But
Yeah, the deal was the people who drive his vans and are forced to go out and sell his CDs door to door are doing it not because they want to, but because they're being held captive.
Yeah, it all seems weird.
I don't buy it.
Well, how could that be? I mean, why?
Just bust him.
I mean, if everybody believes that and it's true, you'd get busted, right?
Yeah.
They certainly seem skeezy because it's a stupid business model that can't possibly pay for itself on its own.
You wouldn't think so.
But
got a nice bus.
like the overhead versus the profit you would gain
Right.
by selling a product most people aren't aware of when they're not looking for it. It seems impossible. Here's a story from ZZM.
Controversial country rapper and his street team are back in town, and some say they are up to no good. This afternoon, viewers contacted 13 on Your Side about the artist who's based out of Nashville, Tennessee. WZZM 13 Sarah Sell is here now with more.
They call themselves the Dirt Road Street Team and are known to travel to towns across the country peddling CDs. In this case, the viewers that contacted us had a similar story. They were offered CDs and were told that part of the proceeds would go to charity. We caught up with the tour bus in the parking lot of Big Lots in Grand Rapids Township. There was also a van with a decal of Mikel Knight, a country rapper out of Nashville. We asked the street team what they were doing in West Michigan. A man named Jack told us they were trying to set a world record. For what?
The most fan pictures in a year. We're trying to take 1 million.
That's a different story than the one our
Yep. So this is not Mikel Knight. It's a man named Jack.
No, that is a real artist. It is someone in existence.
Yeah.
Mikel Knight, obviously, but he's never in the tour bus, so to speak.
Viewers told us they had been offered a 2 for $20 deal. They were also told that some of the proceeds would go to veterans. According to Grand Rapids Township, neither Mikel Knight or his team obtained a permit, which is required to conduct outdoor sales. Somebody was trying to sell CDs.
No, ma'am. Nobody's out here trying to sell CDs. We show them the CDs and we take pictures with them for the Guinness Book of World Record.
Through our investigation, 13 on Your Side has learned that Mikel Knight is a legitimate artist who has several fans, but he also has several critics. A Facebook page has been set up warning people about deceptive sales tactics.
Don't believe everything you hear on Facebook, because I just seen where Biggie is dead and Tupac's back alive. It's got to be true. I seen it on Facebook.
You sound smart.
Within 10 minutes of us being there, the tour bus and van left the parking lot. The Kent County Sheriff's Department also says it received a complaint, but as deputies were pulling up, the bus also packed up and left.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. So there's no way this is profitable, right?
It must be just by getting the word out, I guess.
Something to it, but
because of marketing. Maybe.
Gawker had an article about him a while ago that talked about how horrible a situation it is to be the guys that are like this cowboy that was on the road here, about how a lot of them are promised, hey, this is your chance to make it in music. You want to get out of small-town America. They profiled the kid who grew up in Missouri playing guitar and wanted to hit the road. Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, well, this is the first step. And then things went poorly.
Is that what they say? Like, you'll be the opener? Or something along those lines?
It's just a way to be involved in the music industry.
Okay. But no different than working at Tower Records.
Yeah. Right. Absolutely. Except you're on the road. And,
right. But you're just selling music. And so, well, you're a poor musician. So, yeah, I guess once you're out on the road, if they're not dropping you back off at home, you do kind of have to go with it.
It says, if you believe his internal sales numbers, Mikel Knight sells enough CDs and merchandise to compete with the heavyweights of both country and rap. I'm not buying that.
I'm not either. He would be, anyone who has that kind of selling power will eventually be a mainstream artist, because if there's money to be made, people are going to make it off of him.
And if you search his name, by the way, on Google, it's just one thing after another of local TV stations doing exactly what ZZM did.
Yeah.
These consumer warnings, look out, these, country rap gypsies are in town waiting to fleece you and take your little girls.
They're making him an outlaw.
Channel 5 in Saginaw did the same story a day earlier.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, I was reading another one that comes from Wichita Falls. And
I mean, other
every
than
town
annoying
has these.
people, though, are they doing anything to normal
I don't
people
know.
in whatever town they're in?
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody keeps, saying scam or legit marketing plan by country singer. It's like, well, I mean, I don't know what the scam is unless you sell somebody a CD for $20 and there's nothing on it.
Maybe it's them saying this is good music.
Oh,
and
that
then
would
it's
be a
not.
scam. Yeah,
So
that's a lie.
I don't know. It sounds like other than permits not being obtained, it's not really that big of a deal.
This sounds to me like a rich guy. I don't think he's a poor musician. I think he's a rich person who's not that good at it, like a Blazin' Hazen, but with money, that just wants to become a big deal. Probably majored in marketing in college somewhere, and went, well, we're just going to create a buzz, and everybody's going to think I'm a big star. I'm going to be a somebody by doing nothing. Because I'm looking at that tour bus and the vehicle and the wraps and everything. There's a lot of money wrapped up in that thing. That's not poor guy stuff there.
Yeah, they're doing something right, I guess.
So, yeah, I think this is a rich wannabe.
Odd story. The fact that that apparently now people know it like that. So be warned, though they left the big lots.
I mean, I do really want to listen to Saddle Up Shawty, but
yeah,
his big song.
They probably picked the right part of town to sell the CDs in. I know exactly where he was.
Yeah, I just bought 4 tables and a couch. Let me also get this $40 CD. Oh, and take my child. Perfect.
Yeah, they didn't set up shop outside of Jay Van Andel's house.
Not far from my house.
Yeah.
They were looking specifically for Joe.
Yeah.
I know, right?
We heard good things about the blindless man.
Nirvana, all apologies. GRD.